Howdy folks, it's FerenginarWolf again, and tonight we're going on a little adventure, or rather going for a walk through Lighthouse to complete a few tasks given by our fellow traders. One of them is Reconnaissance, the other one Corporate Secrets. Both of those require me to get to the water treatment plan in Lighthouse, sneak in and explore a little. Unfortunately, it's a pretty dangerous place, but hey, we can manage. And look, here's the first victim, a little scavenger. He also has a friend. Not too difficult. This time around I've decided to speed up the so-called tedious parts of the game. Hopefully you guys don't mind. Well, we're getting close to the actual water treatment area. This is where the rogues preside. But first let's loot a few drawers. So far so kinda empty. Ah, here we go. A bulb. I actually needed one of those to complete the elimination in my hideout. Right, so the approach here requires a little bit of precision and stealth. On those buildings on the horizon, there's usually a bunch of rogues, like here for example. They are armed with heavy machine guns and grenade launchers, so you need to make absolute certain that you don't walk into their line of fire. So I'm going to use a Mosin to snipe them. Luckily they are not very responsive. But either my ammunition is not up to par here, or his helmet is really tough. Because as you can see, I have been quite on target. There we go. So the objectives themselves require me to get on all three buildings around the location and to find a few documents in building 1 and 2. So I'm going to take it very slowly and make absolutely certain that I'm not going to get, well, mowed down by a machine gun. So far so good. No more rogues spotted currently. So rogues are akin to a mini boss in this game. It's like a former PMC that has went rogue. They usually don't shoot fellow USEC operators at sight. However, if you engage them, they will defend themselves. And we already shot some of them, so right now anything is free game. I think there's something there. Not entirely certain. So I braced my gun on the side of the actual wall for a little bit more control. And I'm trying to put some rounds downrange. There's usually a guy on a machine gun there, but I wasn't absolutely certain about that. My hand stamina just drained completely, so time to rest for a little bit, take out my trusty SKS, reload the sniper, and let's keep going. I do love the night vision in this game. It looks so nice. Crispy, green. Did you know that humans can distinguish more shades of green than anything else? So it actually makes it somewhat easier to spot things. No rogues, no PMCs around, so I think I can proceed forward. Ouch. And a perfect shot straight to the dome. Not a fan of the fact that he also shot me in the dome, but, well, that's why we're wearing a helmet. Always wear a helmet, guys. So let's quickly patch up this little wound. Reattach the arm that has been blown off. But yeah, that was classic example of Tarkov audio in action. I didn't hear anything until I got shot at. But hey, sometimes it just happens. That's why you have to react in time. Let's try to get on the roof now. Also gives us a nice vantage point. And that's a laser, so that means there's either a rogue or a PMC nearby. So maybe, just maybe, I should take it slower. Pop. Well, that resolves that problem. Also, those sneaky scavs are trying to flank us, so let's get rid of them. Boy, 2 world wars on that sniper, and it still works quite fine. And also, that was just a scav walking through a landmine. Brave little soldier, didn't make it far. Top up the hydration and food. And let's try to keep moving. I'll eventually get to the roof, I promise. Oh boy, there was indeed a rogue on top of here. Luckily he was too preoccupied with using his heavy machine gun. So he goes pop. They do tend to have pretty decent gear on them, so I'm not going to say no to getting some good ammunition. Of course. There goes my arm again. Luckily, the SKS is more than enough to stop a few scavs from ambushing me. Another fun fact about the SKS is that it can be loaded from the top. You don't need to actually replace the magazines. I did rush those shots a little bit too much. Well, but you can never be too certain when it comes to scavs. They can take you down in a single shot. So sometimes you panic and shoot too early. Happens to anyone. Also, the roofs themselves have quite a bit of good loot, mostly ammunition, so I am willing to check what can we find. There's the first subtask as well. Well, I'm going to use this vantage point to make certain there's no more rogues on the actual roofs, because it is risky. They need a few seconds to just mow me down. And I need to spot them and then engage them properly. But hey, that's a good vantage point, and I just saw another person. Which is somewhat dodgy, but he decided to stop, so goes pop really quickly. After bracing the gun on the sandbags, it's way more stable, so I can take a look-see. And hey, look, there's either some rogues or PMCs down there. So let's make them go away. Oh, buddy, he decided to hide perfectly. Unfortunately, his knee is showing. So let's give him a few in a knee. Oh, that's embarrassing. A click, really? Oh well, if the guy doesn't want to move, I'm just going to reload and continue. I do like the new bracing mechanics. Makes their sniper rifles so much more stable. And there's the bonus task they managed to accomplish. Apparently those were PMCs. You can make the bracing a little better with mounting a bipod on the actual rifle. Unfortunately, Mosin itself doesn't have a slot for that, not at least on this stock, so I'm just making do with what I have. It's an incredibly old rifle. But hey, why fix something that still works, right? That's the ammunition I was talking about. There's quite a bit of it around. Another scav just ate a mine. So we need to be careful about the backside. What was an ammunition? That's gotta come in handy. Oh boy. I did hear a bit of metal here. That was a flash scav. He decided to basically instant transmission to the side. Well, didn't help him though. His friend was a little bit more dodgy. But we do have quite a bit of ammunition left, so we can handle that. Quick check. Bit of ammo, but not great ammo, honestly. Right, anyway, let's try to get to the second building. In that one, we need to pick up the folder with information and actually get on the roof. Sneaky Scav decided to just peek and then run away. So I'll take it slow, just cut the pie, make sure I see everything. But turns out that this guy has been training with Houdini apparently. But what happened really was that he ran up to get the heavy machine gun on me. I'm glad he missed. Well, screw that light in particular. Another brilliant example of my perfect aim. Well, eventually got him, but Good lord. I really need to play some aim labs or something. Oof, the road lights are so bright. Almost blinding. Well, luckily we can take them out. But yeah, so far so good. No more scavs inside. I did hear something on the outside though, so let's quickly check it. Hello. Another PMC sneaking about. And this guy, I don't know what he was wearing, but good lord. He ate bullet after bullet. Luckily I had some more. Well, the scary part about this is that I'm slowly running out of ammo. Two magazines in an SKS is not a lot. Another sneaky scav just flanking me. Not a fan. I'm trying to be more conservative with my ammunition. Just shooting whenever I'm pretty much certain I'll hit. I'm a proponent of the accuracy by volume, but unfortunately, right now I can't afford that. One of the tasks I'm doing, other than Reconnaissance, is the Punisher series, which requires me to wear this scavenger's vest. It's a tiny little rig, it makes it very difficult to keep your gun properly loaded. As you probably remember, I mentioned in the last episode, you do need to have at least 2 slots in your rig in order to be able to reload properly without dropping a magazine on the ground. So considering that the Scav vest only has 6 slots, and only 2 of them are magazine sized, it's rough. Oh, hi. Boy, those guys are swarming now. Pop goes the bandit. I'm using the opportunity to load in between shots. I really dislike engaging scavs head on. Like I said, they probably need 1 shot to my face to get rid of me. And they can surprisingly tank quite a few bullets. I could use the heavy machine gun, but that's not my style. It does have a very limited line of fire. But look, they are really swarming now. I think I'm using the terrain pretty well though. I constantly keep something in between ourselves, so they don't have a clear shot. Right about now, I'm very glad that I've managed to pick up some more Mosin ammo on the previous roof, because boy, there's a lot of scavs trying to get my loot. I did spot that AKM with quite a bit of ammo in it, which, well, I'm going to need. Takes quite a while to unload. But hey, that's why we sped up the video. At this point, I became quite aware of the fact that I've been overstaying my welcome, and I needed to check if there's maybe the car on the road there. That light apparently absolutely armored. And another scav army. I'm trying to be a little bit more aware of how much ammo I'm spending. Spraying and praying is, well, while more effective in most cases, it also leaves me exposed. Because the longer I need to spend loading, the more chances there is I'm gonna get flanked. But now I'm looking for the folder itself. It's somewhere around here, hidden in between other folders. There we go. Well, that guy was in a hurry. Considering he was running around with a flashlight, I'm assuming that might have been a rogue or a PMC, so I believe I need to move away before things escalate further. 10 minutes to go, and I still need to visit at least one roof. Oh, hi there. I do want to loot as much as possible while loading, multitasking. It's very important. But the time is running out, so I do need to, well, skedoodle soon. I would also like to check if the guys over here were indeed PMCs or just rogues. But I'm getting stuck on this car. We also need to remember about that guy running around with a flashlight, so he might be sneaking about here. Oh my! There's way more guys than I thought. Unfortunately, no time to loot them properly, so I'm just gonna take the dog tags with me. Right, 8 minutes and I still need to get the other folder and get to the roof. And now I realize that I am carrying too much, so my stamina isn't actually regenerating while walking. So I'm trying to figure out if I should drop something or not. Checking for rogues as per the usual. Making a lot of unnecessary noise. And at that point I decided to actually temporarily drop my backpack because it's weighing me down really badly. Time is running out and the objectives are still to be found. Not wearing a backpack gives me a little bit more mobility. There's always a chance that someone is going to steal it, but considering I've cleared the place out, it's a negligent chance. There's the last folder I needed. And that's the reconnaissance done. Brilliant. So now we're just trying to get out. Get my backpack and go home. So maybe it's not going to be much of a spoiler to tell you that I managed to get to the extraction. So I'll take that time to thank you guys for watching. And honestly, I would appreciate it if you left a like, subscribed, or, well, left a comment. Let me know what you think about the series. Bye. Things are going well, so let's see what we can figure out for the next episode, shall we? And hey, wish you guys a good day and thank you for watching. Cheers.